back to Riverside. Welcome back to Riverside. Best track, I think. Best track for sure. And it's a shame it's gone, but at least we get to relive it in Assetto Corsa. The car blast by there. Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm finally doing a little bit better. I've been sick all week. But I'm very excited for this and happy that I think I feel good enough today to take part in this. The second year running now that I'll be running in this specific race. Did this one a year ago, racing the Daytona. The cars a little bit here. Did this one a year ago, racing the Daytona, and had some fun in the mid-pack. But today we should be up front, I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Alright, I did not set this up well. There we go. Alright. There I am. So welcome back. Welcome to Riverside in Assetto Corsa with SROL. Like I said, second year I'm doing this. I think this is the second year that they're doing it as well. But it's the Riverside 200-mile race around this awesome course. We'll get a good look at it here. Ooh. Let's jump up. These grandstands must have been the best seats in the world because, yeah, we'll get up here and ignore all the crazy-looking people that are in them. But you can literally see, Nate Lepson and I were looking at this last night together. You can literally see the entire track from these seats. You can watch cars come down the S's here, which is my favorite part of the course, and then up through the long sweeping right-hander into the intersection of the course. They dip behind this little hill for just a second. There's that Corvette. They dip behind the little hill for a second, then they come back sweeping up to the challenging part of the course, this corner. It was turn 8, I think. Quite a tricky one. It's one of the Lolas out there. Sweeping to the right, and then down the long back stretch where you could watch the cars pretty much go until they dip below the hill, and you just lose them for a second as they go under the bridge here. We'll see the Lola peek through. You lose them for a second there as they go underneath the bridge, but then you'll see them again in the last corner. I mean, these seats would be incredible to watch a race. It's a shame. It is a shame this track is gone. I do think that these grandstands actually made their way to a different track, if I'm not mistaken, though. If anybody knows what track it is, that would be interesting. Whoa. Quite loud. Let's fly down. We'll fly down to the pits, though, and take a look at our ride for the day. We're in practice right now. We've got about an hour or so until qualifying. Short qualifying session just to set the grid, and then a 200-mile race today. So it'll probably be an hour and a half till the race starts if you're looking for that. But here is my sweet ride for today. The Lola T70. I did not think it was going to be maybe the fastest car when I selected it, because we do have some GT40s in here today. We do have the Ferrari 330, which we can see one back there. But it looks like the Lola might actually be the fastest car on raw pace. So we had a driver descend from the heavens there. I think the Lola might be the fastest car on raw pace, and so I guess I got to live up to that and see what I can do here today. I don't know. I don't know if it actually was or not. But yeah, a lot of good cars out here. There's quite a lot of GT cars. This is one of the TVRs, right? Ooh, so Jag jumps out of the pits. But here's one of the cars I'll be racing against, this Ferrari 330. We've got some Porsches, so this is in the P2000 class. And why not? Well, let's take a quick look while we're waiting. I'm going to jump out and do some practice. I've done a bit of practice already, so I'm not overly concerned with turning a bunch of laps here. I don't want to get too tired. Just peeking out a lot. Let me see. Let me know if the cars are too loud or anything like that. But we'll look quickly at the awesome Spotter's Guide. I don't know if Nate Lepson made this. Somebody made this. but this is the group of cars that will be racing today, and specifically the drivers will be racing today. So we've got 4 classes out there today. Just turn those guys down a little bit for a second. 4 classes out there today. P2 Plus, which is the class I'll be in, but we also got P2 cars, we got GT3 Plus, and the GT3 cars. So, and not the GT3s that we're used to these days, quite a different vintage of them. Did Nate Cowan made it? Okay, the other Nate. But yeah, if we look through quickly in the class, we'll be racing some GT40 Mark IVs, which this track just doesn't have the straights needed to have this car be the best on outright pace. It's a little too twisty for it, honestly, but they'll still be fast for sure. We got a couple of those. We do have some GTX1 Roadsters, which you don't see this car very much. This is a car that was raced in, I think, '65 when the GT40 program was like just kind of starting out. They raced a Roadster version of it. So we've got a couple of those today racing, or at least one. I think there's 2. And then we've got the Lola T70, which is what I'm racing. Johnny Law will be racing in that car as well as myself here. I've got the number 6, the blue one. Go down to the second row of cars for this class. Another T70, this white for Lars, which we'll definitely see. We've got Jimmy Broadbent, I guess, is in the race. I didn't see him sign up, but he's in the race nevertheless. Whoop, in the Ferrari. So Jimmy's quite quick, so we'll see what he's able to do today in that car. We've also got another Ferrari, this yellow one, which will be cool to see. Another Ferrari for Paige. And then Frenick, who, if you were here, I've raced Frenick a few times, but if you were here for the Targa Florio we did last summer, in R Factor 2, Frenick was on the team that they were winning almost the entire race until the very end. But ran into some issues on like the last lap of the race, which was awful, but it'll be fun to race against Frenick again today. Yeah, and then we got some P2 cars as well. So this is the class I just raced at Le Mans with THR a few weeks ago with Nate. But some 910 Porsches, as well as the Chevron B8. This is not the Chevron I raced. This is not the Chevron I raced with SROL at Le Mans. So it's the faster one. Be quite a quick car around here for sure. Another 910. We do have the Matra, which is the car I did race at Le Mans most recently in the 6 hour. Not the best track for it. That would be a tough one today. We've got a Chevron here, and then we do have a couple Alfa Romeos. So Alessandro here will be in the Tipo 33. Again, not really the best track for it, although I think you could be quite quick in this car. Could be quite quick in this car. The straights is where it'll be hurting though. And then we do actually have the Dino as well. I didn't even realize the Dino was in here. So the 206 with Nathan Clark, Hayden as well. Yeah, and another Matra. So a good class there. That's probably some of my favorite cars to drive in this pack. It is the World Sports Car Legends pack, which is the same one that I've been racing with these guys quite a bit. We also got some of the GT cars though from the GT Classics, the little TVR. The speed differential is going to be the thing. You'll see in a minute. I'll jump out for some practice laps, but it's just passing each other and giving space is going to be the hard part. Got the Corvette, big lumbering Corvette. E-Type Jag for Mark Reed there. A couple of those. They look very, very similar. They got 3 of them in white. Larry P. Shooter. E-Type. Got another Corvette here. I'm actually looking at some of these for the first time. Got some 275 competition. Beautiful car. I think Nate Lepson's in one of those today. Drew in the Corvette as well. We got Sal, who's raced quite a bit in the past, driving a Mustang today. Jake Witcher's in a Mustang as well. Big lumbering 350. Another 275. Big class here with the 3+. Steve Lepson, Nate's father, in the TVR. And there's Nate in the 275. It's my teammate from Le Mans 6 hour. And then one more TVR to round out that class. And then we get to the slowest set of cars, but not the least fun by far. As it often is the case, the slow cars tend to be the most fun to drive. But we've got the Abarth, which I've never even really heard of this car before this pack came out, so this will be an interesting one to race against. Nate Cowan, who I guess made this spotter's guide. Thank you, Nate. But driving the 911, this is an old 911. This is not really a raced, kitted out 911 for racing. We got two of those for three of them actually. Chris Gordon as well. Nice to see Chris in here. Ash Ridge and another 911. We got four of them, I guess. It's the 911 class, and then a couple of Barths to spice in with William Pastas. I believe that's the Pasta that has painted most of these classic cars for all of these packs, so it'll be fun to race Pasta for once. I don't think we've ever raced before. And Hartmut in the final of Barth. So quite the grid. I'm excited for this race today. The one last year was fun, although a little frustrating because it's just hard to. I was driving the Shelby, which is Shelby Daytona, which is hard to keep on the track around here. But we'll jump in, I guess, to the Lola and do a couple laps. So it says 58 minutes of practice left. So some practice. I want to practice a couple things before we really get into some serious driving here, and then get the audio here. Then we'll have qualifying, and we'll have to see if I can get it towards the front. I'm kind of hoping for a top 3 start in this today. All right. Let's load up my setup here and go out for a couple laps. Let me go out on race setup. Hopefully, I have spent a long time fixing everything with my setup. If you were here for the last rally stream, really interesting time with the cameras and stuff. I think I've got stuff fixed, so hopefully it all looks good and sounds good. Once again, let me know if things are too loud or too quiet. That should be probably good, maybe a little too quiet. We'll get out and do a few laps here, and see what we got in the old Lola. Ooh, one of the Barths there. So the trick around Riverside is especially in a car like this, is just patience. The tire, like every race we do with these cars, I always talk about tires. That's going to be the same thing here today. Tires are going to be the issue. We do have it on accelerated fuel, so I'm going to have to pit during the race. We'll talk a little bit more about strategy as we get closer. But like this corner especially, it's just all about patience. Right before the 2, get down a couple gears. Get right to the inside, let the car drift up, and then get on the throttle to help rotate. And this is where I could use the tires a lot here, but we're gonna have to exercise patience during the race to not burn things up. Just joining now, we're in practice right now. We've got 54 minutes of practice left. We'll have a brief qualifying session and then jump into the 60-lap race today. Would I say this is my favorite historic track? I think it's my favorite track, my favorite road circuit. I've thought long and hard about this because I don't really like proclaiming anything is the best. I feel like that's such a difficult statement, but I just have the most fun driving around here, and it's been so many years that I've thought that I feel like at this point I might as well just say this is my favorite track for these types of cars. Yeah, this should be the same layout Can-Am used. Yep. Yeah, and sorry if my voice is like rough today. I've been sick all week. Finally feeling a little bit better today. I'm just hoping I don't wear myself out here. Might sit out some of the practice towards the end. It's just everything about this track is awesome. We'll come around the outside of this 911 here. This sector is probably my favorite part. You gotta hop that curb, get it up onto the right side here, just kiss the curbs the whole way. Down to second gear. This car, we'll just keep it in second. It's got enough torque. It's got enough torque that we can just wait for it and just get on the throttle to help rotate a little bit. Don't want to do that. It's a little too wide. Easiest corner on the track to outbrake yourself is the track just falls away there. I've been on the dirt there many times. That'll be a goal today, is to keep it on the black stuff through there. And then this turn is the most frustrating one because the line is just impossible. As I was a bit fast on the entry there, I'll see if I can woe it down. Probably need to do something like that in qualifying, but in the race try to run that a little more conservative. And then just get the car straightened to launch onto the back stretch here. Yeah, we were talking yesterday about this track. This version of the track is as it was from 69 to the end with this kink, but prior to 69 the track actually went straight here and was a much tighter final corner. Very dangerous because you approached basically a perpendicular wall. AJ Foyt almost lost his life there. Yeah, this Big Willow, it's not a crazy comparison. They were built around the same time, Big Willow and this track, and they're not, so far apart either. Big Willow survives though. So this is one of the V8 Lolas. So it's not the super high displacement ones that they ran. It should be as the car was in 67 from my understanding. But it's kind of perfectly suited for this track. I didn't think it was going to be the quickest car though. Yeah, Big Willow is Willow Springs, the main circuit at Willow Springs. One of the few tracks, fun fact about Willow Springs, or Big Willow specifically at Willow Springs, is that it's one of the few circuits that's never had a significant change to it. The track is basically as it was when it was first created in the 1950s. And you could owe that to the fact that there's desert for miles on either side of most of it, so they haven't had to put in chicanes and stuff. Jason Johnny here, one of the other Lolas. Just gotta wait on the throttle here so we don't scrub the wall on the outside. Yeah, Mussport as well. Mussport's had a lot of widening and curbs and some paving and runoffs and stuff, but you're right, the core layout is the same. It's one of the few others though. A lot of, obviously most racetracks have had chicanes and stuff put in, so there's not many that are what you'd call authentic. Getting awful cloudy here. Yeah, Johnny in front of me here is driving the same car we are. It's just a paler blue version. You're right, Aiden. Coda is still the original track. You're right. Thank you, Matt. I know, I think these races tend to make me get really hot, so I figured I'd put shorts on. I'll probably take the flannel off before qualifying. I got my Riverside shirt on today. I'll pull it up later. The car is understeering until you get on the gas, and then it's oversteering. It's beautiful. Yeah, this car is kind of a truck through some of the corners, but a lot of understeer through here, just waiting for it to rotate. And when we get off the throttle here, you can get a little bite and turn in, but it still understeers a lot until you get on the throttle, and then it'll start to rotate. And you gotta kind of train yourself to get on the throttle as soon as possible in corners. Back up the corner and get on the throttle. Here's a good example, so I'll back it in a little bit. We'll chuck it in. So I'll get cracked on the throttle. This wasn't the best corner example, but try to do it in the next one. Had to walk that one to the outside. Down to second gear, up the hill here. Do a couple more laps, and I want to practice some pit stops. Then maybe put the qualifying setup on and do some laps. Yeah, race trim right now. And I'm second quickest with my race setup on, which is not so bad. Got one of the Abarths there on the inside, brakes to get out of it. All right, final corner here. This is a great display of this car's handling. We'll get it down into third gear, get it down into second. Car's going to understeer its way up the hill, and as soon as I get on the throttle, give it a whack of throttle, and it'll turn. So then you're sideways, and you can kind of balance the throttle and the wheel like that to get it to rotate. It's so fun. I'm going to take it into the pits this time. So I have gone back and forth. Well, I'll talk about the strategy in a minute. Let me just get it to the pits. Drift the whole corner. You can. It's just going to burn up the rear tires. That's the thing. Qualifying will definitely do some drifting, but in the race, I'm going to have to try to keep the rear end behind me. Alright, coming to the pits this time. We'll try to really, I'll stick the rear end out here. Over rev it. Nah, I walked it too far up the track. Alright, let's come down to the pits. There's no pit speed limit today. Just gotta make sure I get stopped before my box. That was actually perfect. If I can do that in the race, that'll be perfect. All right, let's go back. So yeah, they've got it on 1.3 times the fuel burn for this today, which means we're definitely going to have to pit during the race. This car, it only carries, if you can even see this, it's a little bit off to the edge, but only carries 140 liters of fuel at the most, and I've calculated it out. We're going to need my famous fuel calculations. We're going to need 160 liters, at least, let's say 165, to make the race today. And so there's no way we could make the race on a tank. I thought about doing 80 and 80, but it takes forever to fill the car with fuel. If anybody else that's racing today is watching, I'm about to give away my strategy, but I think I'm going to start the race with full fuel, and then we'll pit and take as little fuel as possible to make it the rest of the way. We'll pit around halfway because the tires wear out so much that I think that'll be helpful, but we'll only take a little bit of fuel. And it should be just about the same amount of time to do the tires and fuel at that point. So we'll minimize the time on pit road. And as long as I don't lose a lot of time in the first stint trying to race with full fuel, then it should be, I think, probably the best strategy for this car today. But we'll have to see. I think that's the strategy I'm going to go with, though. As long as I can keep up through the first stint, the pit stop should be as fast as anybody else's. So yeah, I'll take a few extra liters today, too. If you were here, the last race I did with this group, we were at Bridgehampton, and not the last race, but one of the last ones, just kind of one-off fun races. And I miscalculated fuel there. I also miscalculated fuel at Montjuic Park when I was racing with some other folks in the RS70 car, and I ran out on like the final corner, battling for the win. So hopefully not that today. All right, we'll put it in my qualifying setup, though. Let's go. What do we got? I'm sitting back in 5th. Lars is up front with a 148.5. Jimmy sitting second right now with a 149 flat. I imagine Jimmy's going to stream today, right? Probably. How much travel do you have my sprints on the throttle? I don't even know what that means, to be honest. I was very much a novice to like nice pedals when I got these. Let me brighten this up a little bit. I was very much a novice to nice pedals when I first got these sprints, and it probably would do me well to like sit down and learn all the adjustments and stuff, but I honestly haven't really adjusted them much. I've just kind of left the Heusinkvelds on the default settings, basically, and the only thing I changed some of the elastometers in the brake pedal to make them a little more spongy. Oh yeah, don't listen to my pronunciation of Montjuic. I don't. I think that's how you say it, but I pronounce most things incorrectly. All right, we'll lose the New England flannel. I got my Riverside shirt on today. I think it's a NASCAR man shirt. So I'm fitting the part. Boy, things are good. Things are good. I felt so sick this. It's been a while since I've been like ill. I felt so sick this week, and it really like makes you appreciate when you don't feel sick. So it's nice to feel a little bit better. Realize I'm actually online with other people now. I need to watch what I'm doing. Yeah, I've gone back to some gloves. I realized I was ruining some of my steering wheels, especially my Alcantara ones, just using my hands. So I spent quite a while washing some of my rims off and decided I should probably wear gloves. We'll see. I tend to get annoyed with them. They get kind of hot. If you've never seen Montjuic Park, I highly recommend at least watching some videos of that track, real life ones. Or if you want to see the sim racing stuff, I have a stream from a few months ago doing some 70s F1 cars there. Insane circuit and so much fun. It's like Monaco on steroids. I feel like all the things I was talking to Nate about yesterday are coming up. I was talking to Nate about pronunciation. We were talking about the difference between some British and American pronunciations for things. And I feel like it is so hard to say things and not sound pretentious if you're trying to make sure that you pronounce it correctly. Like, my favorite example of that is Jaguar. We say it Jaguar in America. That's how everybody says it here. I know the British say Jaguar, but if I say that, it sounds silly. So I just say Jag instead, but it's one of those things. You can't win on either side of it. People always correct pronunciation, but it's fine. Oregano. Luckily, I don't have to say oregano very often, or oregano, as you might say. I know, Peugeot's another one. Peugeot or Peugeot, or I don't even know how else you'd say it, but stuff like that. I'll just say Jag. It's fine. Yeah, I don't have to say oregano very often on a sim racing YouTube channel, so that one doesn't come up much. Whoop, a bit hot there. It's so easy to outdo the braking through this right-hander. Just give it a little throttle there to get it to pinch. Yeah, Nissan or Nissan. I'm not sure how the Japanese would pronounce it either, but we all try our best, okay? Cooking stream. Thing is, I really like cooking. I cook all the time, so. All right, let's see. Hoping for a clean lap here so I can see what kind of speed I can get out of this thing, but got another car in front of me here. Sal in front's going to try to hustle the Mustang through. Whoa, hold on to it, Sal. Should be able to sneak up the inside here through the long right-hander unless he pinches it close, which he kind of does. Sometimes the slower cars will run a little wider there, so it's easier to for the faster cars to get at the inside. He did everything correctly there. It's faster cars' job to find their way around the slower ones. You know, my final thoughts on pronunciation of things is, as long as you understand what somebody is saying and they're not being purposely disrespectful, language is working, so don't sweat it. Yeah, I'm not even going to try Hyundai. Hyundai? I don't even know how to pronounce that like regular. Hyundai. Kind of like how all the NASCAR folks say Toyota. Which is not how most folks say that here. I think people here generally say Hyundai. All right, maybe clear track this time. Oh, big stutter there. It's just really easy to get a cut track on some of these curbs if you just, that was close, if you just take slightly too much advantage of the track limits, it'll invalidate your lap. A little too much slidey there. Oh, come on. Just kept it on the black stuff, but ran so wide. So I'm 2/10 up. I think that's my best in this session, maybe. So we got about 30 minutes left to practice until qualifying. I forget how long qualifying is going to be, but then the race will be after that. Going to run this tank out and then probably sit until qualifying. Oh yeah. that was about as good as I've done it. Oh, there we go. 1:47.7. Fastest time. All right, I'll leave it there. I don't want to tire myself out here. What a fun. This is going to be so much fun today. I wasn't even really pushing on that lap either. Got some speed in the bank today. Well, is anybody else watching WRC this weekend? Sweden is very good. I've been really enjoying the rally. I caught up. The only stage, I think there's one stage on right now, or they're just doing the sprint. So I haven't seen that, but I've seen everything else today. Worcestershire. So we've got a town in Massachusetts where I live called Worcester, but it's spelled like the sauce. Yeah, I can't drive like this during the race. I'll kill the tires. Yeah, there's in WRC right now. There's definitely. I mean, it's Elvin Evans' rally to lose right now, but there's 4 drivers which are all roughly able to do it. It's going to be a very interesting final day. All right, I'm going to try a hot pit stop here because we'll have to do this during the race. Pardon me. I think we got phasing on, so we don't have to worry too much, but there we go. Oop. Yeah, that should be about as long as the pit stop is with the fuel I plan on taking, but see, if we had to wait for the full fuel, it would be this long. It would be too long. So I'm hoping, we'll see what everybody else does. Yeah, it looks like, though, I've got a bit of an advantage right now on the timesheets here. I'm sitting up top right now in practice with a 1:47.7 compared to Lars 1:48.1. Johnny Law is back there in the other Lola. Lola's definitely the quickest car, so it might make me look way better than I am today. Just keep that in mind, that this is definitely the quickest car around here, but we're over a second ahead of Jimmy in the Ferrari. On qualifying, who knows if he's qualifying pace or not. Franek's behind him in the 4GT X1. Angela's back there in the Mark IV. Another Ferrari with Page 150.5. Another Mark IV there, and then we get to the Alex with the leading the 2-liter class. So Yeah, I think it's kind of today. I definitely have the quickest car. I think this is the first time though I have the quickest car in one of these races. Usually it's not the case. Let's go up. We'll go up the hill here and watch for a little bit. So if you're tuning in right now, we got about 28 minutes left of this practice session, and then we'll jump into our qualifying. I'll look here real quick how long qualifying is. Sorry to zoom around so quickly. There we go. Nice view for you. Hey, perfect. What do we got here for all that? It's a 30-minute quali, so yeah, we've got about an hour until the race start. You know what I can do? So I know I'll get the questions. Here's our race start counter. Roughly. Roughly that long. In case you're wondering. We'll do some ride-alongs or something. See if Jimmy's out there. Nope. Jimmy's in the pits. See Johnny Law's out here. I'm not on the base setup. No, I made a few changes to the setup. I can actually show you if you'd like. Setup-wise, biggest thing was in the suspension, the front and rear roll bars. This car just understeers. This car just understeers. So I've got it full stiff on the rear and full not stiff on the front, loose on the front, and that helps a bit, but it's still real rough. Yeah, that's the biggest change by far that I made. I think I made some gearing changes. Yeah, the dampers and stuff, the rears are a bit stiffer all around just to help that rotation a little bit. Yeah, and then gearing is the other big thing. Always, every track you gotta gear the car, but this is what I'm using for this. So Frank's in the pits. Lars, what car are we looking at here? Oh, this is another Lola. Here's the Ferrari of Paige. Yeah, I think I've got it turning pretty good. I mean, right now I'm at the top of the timesheets, I think, so I'll keep doing what I'm doing for the time. Yeah, if you're interested in these types of races, the league or the community that I'm doing this with is called SROL, and there's a link in the description of the stream, I think, if I'm good. It's obviously too late to join this race today, but you could join future races if you join the league and sign up for them and show pace and practice and stuff. They want folks that are going to be relatively clean. Ultimate speed doesn't necessarily matter, but you should be able to do hopefully do, you know, an hour, 2-hour race without many mistakes is the goal. But yeah, you can sign up, and they also do rallies and lots of different stuff. They're doing a big league coming up with GT1 cars. I'm not going to take part in that. It just is a lot of schedule, a lot of stuff to do. But let's see, we got the Alpha here. Hold on. No, I liked that. This is the T33. Oh yeah, there we go. Who we got driving this? It's Alessandro. It's a wonderful little car. It's very suited for the Targa Florio. Now, as GT1 cars like 90s GT, I don't think I've ever done GT3 stuff on a stream here. I've raced GT3 cars before. They don't capture my imagination. They're really not easy to drive. That's the thing. I feel like GT3 cars, like, they're so easy to go 90%. Like, you can kind of sleep and make it around the track in 90%, and then to get that last 10% is impossible. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's look at some of the GT cars. Take a look. Here's the TVR. Nope, that's not a TVR. The 910s, E-types, a lot of guys in the pits. It's a long practice leading up to the race. Here's one of the Jags. Oh yeah, I definitely played with the World Sports Car mod back in the day. Gear shift is like a little, well, the downshift's questionable. It does have a big steering wheel. I've got one of those. The big wooden ones, but it honestly makes it harder. But for a car like that, it's fun. All right, what else we got here? TVR. The brightness. Why is it so bright out there? There we go. It's like the exposure was just cranked. bright. The Mustang behind him is... Watch Sal here. That's so cool. How cool is sim racing? Got a Corvette here. It's funny, the Corvette's like very sedate compared to the Stang. Let's see here, am I still leading the way? I am still leading the way. It's heavy getting into the corner. All right. Let's look at how practice is playing out for everybody while we wait for the clock to run down. It's about 15 minutes left to practice here. We're going to jump into qualifying. And then we got the race after that, about 45 minutes till the race starts. Let me just get this embiggened. All right, this is the current leaderboard for practice. I'm leading the way, somehow. But I think the Lola's got the rest of the field pretty beat in general, so my race to lose, I guess. But Lars and Johnny Law, I'm sure, will keep me honest up there, and I'm going to be starting with full fuel, so it's going to be, yeah, who knows? I don't know how the beginning of the race will go, but Lars back there, the 148.1, ahead of Johnny, they're neck and neck. They're same time, basically. But both about 4/10 off of me. We've got Paige and then Jimmy, although I think Jimmy's just starting his stream and stuff, so I'm sure he'll be doing some more laps. But, they're back there with the Ferraris. Franek in the GT X1 ahead of the two Mark IVs. I think there was one other X1 in here, but I don't know where it is. Maybe we'll see it. Alex Salmon is leading the way with the 910 with Hayden Clampett back in the Dino right behind it. So they're about 5 seconds off my best time, a little less than that, 4.8 or so. But that'll be interesting. Got Alessandro. I can put it like this-ish. There we go. Alessandro back there in the T33. That's pretty good. I mean, they're all in the 152s, so they're all very close as well for the P2 class. Nathan Clark's back there at the 206. Had a Daniel Oof. We raced against Daniel back at Bridgehampton. Vaughn is at 14th at the 910. Dowie, Matra there, 154s. Let me get to TVR. Is the TVR in the GT class? It is. So it looks like Samuel McGill is Samuel is leading the way there. Had a Nate Lupson, both very close though, 3/10 apart. Andrew Petty, the 910, that's a 2-liter car. Steve Lupson back there at the TVR as well, just a second or so off of those guys. Nick Ryan, SG. Further back through, we got a good field in here. I'm actually just looking at how many. We've had 37 turn of time. I think, yeah, we have 43 today that could race, so we'll see if we get the full field out there. All right, we've got what's going on? All right, we've got about 12 minutes until qualifying. I'm going to go out and just get ready for it. We're driving a Lola T70 today. We'll put the steering wheel on. That's always good to do. Yeah, Lola T70 today, which should be the fastest car. I didn't think it was going to be the fastest car when I picked it. Usually the GT40s and Ferraris are a bit quicker, but it just seems like this car is suited very well to this track. We're on camera view. Oh, I got way too much fuel in right now, but it's all right. This is an interesting scenario. Corvette lets me on the inside. It works. So the thing is, he's going to be a lot faster through this first sector than I am, but if he lets me in front, I'm going to hold him up a little bit through some of the first corners. Takes a little bit of give and take there. just wants to come around into there. Now, I'll be hoping not to get the punt today. I'm sure the track's going to pick up some speed in qualifying just from the rubber too, so I'll have to go out and try to set some good laps. Do it, Dale. I love seeing everybody hanging the rear out. Right, it feels good. I'm ready for qualifying. I think it's my qualifying to see if I can get the pole for one of these things. If I do, though, so it is going to be a rolling start today, and I'll have to lead that off. We'll think about that once I get the pole, if I do. Yeah, if I happen to get the pole, I'll try to think about what to do. All right, we got only a couple minutes left till qualifying. 38 minutes till the race starts. I'm gonna jump away real quick, and then I'll be back, and we'll jump into quali and see if I can come through and put this on the pole. I'll give myself that pressure. But I'll see y'all in just a minute. right. All right, we're just a minute or two away from qualifying starting. Get the car ready here. I'm gonna do 30 liters, 32 liters of fuel for qualifying. Should be enough to do the whole session or so. So we'll see if that'll work out for me. Looks like I've been able to hold on to the fastest time in practice, but Johnny went 48 flat, so it's not super far. I do think I've got a little more in it though for qualifying. So we'll see here. Ugh. Yeah, which should just be coming up on qualifying. So it's going to be a 30-minute session, which is plenty of time. But I think the track will get a bit quicker through the session, so we'll have to keep an eye on things and make sure I'm not sleeping. This happened before too, where I'll set an early time. I set an early time that's decent, and then I just never get better than that, and everybody improves a whole bunch. So I don't know. We'll see. Broadbent is looking to beat me. All right, well, I'm looking to beat him too. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. I appreciate everybody joining today. I hope it ends up being a really good race. Most of all, that maybe one of the other Lolas or something will have some good battling. But again, with my strategy, I think I'm going to be quite slow at the start of the race if everybody else goes. Like if they go to split the race 50-50, I think I'll definitely be hurting for the first part of the race. Whereas hopefully the pit stop ends up just being so much faster that I benefit there. But maybe some other folks will do the same thing I'm doing. So we'll see. I don't know why the sound's cutting out like that. It's probably just the number of cars or something. I'll have to look at that. Right. Practice is just ending now. It should tick over to qualifying here. Probably take a minute or something, and then we'll get started with qualifying. Looks like I set the fastest. No, Johnny got me. Oh, okay. Johnny turns a 147.6 right at the end of the session to beat my lap time by 0.056 of a second, 5 thousandths of a second. No, hundredths. Still, very close. Good. All right. Well, we got to beat Johnny as well. Can you imagine using the whole session? What the heck? I think I gave Johnny my setup, so I'll claim it was that if I can't beat him. This is not the first time Jimmy and I have raced, but I think it might be the first time we've ever been in the same class at something that wasn't Goodwood. So, although I do think my car is a bit quicker than his car, so it's not a 50-50 split. You're going to get the whole session? Yeah, I guess so. All right, I'm just waiting for the session to tick over into qualifying. 30 minutes. I guess I'll be upset if we don't get into the 147s at least. I feel pretty safe if I get into the 147s that I will start up front. So that's the initial goal here, and then we'll see if I can throw it all caution to the wind and get a good lap. I'm on home soil, I guess so. California is an awful long ways away from where I live. All right, there we go. Oh no, we got a countdown now. Dang. All these waiting. It always takes forever. Yeah, this race though, I think I said it already, but the fuel burn rate is accelerated at 1.3 times. So that's why I think everybody's going to have to pit for fuel. It would be hard to make it on tires for this car anyway, so I'm kind of happy we have to pit. But yeah, one more minute here. Smoke a cigarette. I don't smoke, so that would be hard. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I've always had gloves, but I barely ever wear them, but I've noticed some of my wheels lately have been getting really nasty, so I cleaned them, and I would like to not have to clean them again. So I've started wearing gloves more. This rim probably would be fine, because it is leather, but we'll see. Alright. Yeah, we'll try to... My plan for qualifying is always just to try to go do as many laps as possible. At least get a banker in. Everybody's trying to get out. Jimmy got in front of me. All right, we're in qualifying now. 30 minutes. Everybody is out on track, so getting a clean lap is going to be one of the biggest things. There's 40 cars. It's already like we're racing. See if I can give myself a little bit of a gap here if these two don't let me by. This is what the race is going to be like, isn't it? I don't know what to do here. I don't have that much space behind me to lay off and give Johnny a bit of a gap. I feel like if anybody makes a mistake in front of me, it's going to be quick to ruin my lap as well, but try to give myself as much of a gap as possible here. Miss a gear. All right, try to get a qualifying in. Luckily that didn't disqualify my lap. Mustang runs onto the wall, onto the banking there. I had a big slide. That was a tough one to get the throttle down on. I'm 0.6 off my best lap, but it is just the first lap. Johnny hit the wall there in front of me. All right, fastest time so far is 1:48.5. Not too bad. I know I can do a lot better than that, though. It wasn't very tidy in a lot of spots. Got it wrong there. I'm not even, I know people say Riverside is a mall these days. I'm not even sure it still is a mall. I think much of the mall has gone away. It's a lot of residential now. It was demolished to make a mall, but I think a lot of it's actually residential these days. Come on. Just a 4-speed in this car, and if you notice, I don't actually use first gear at all, so it's kind of a 3-speed today, which is honestly perfect. I hate shifting all the time. Second through here to help get the rotation. I got on it just a little too early there. Try to apex late. That was amazing. Don't do it much better than that. I might actually best my time here. All right, back to the pole, provisional pole, 147.69. All right, this lap's a little worse. Getting quite close to Johnny here, but I do have somebody right behind me as well, so it's not easy. Got 22 liters of fuel left, so I got quite a few more laps in me. Jimmy's hit the wall there. I tried to use the rear like a cushion. I've scraped it as well. We've all hit the wall. Johnny is all over the place there. All right, this lap's going to be no good. I'd like to just get in front of Johnny here. Still provisional pole for the moment. Lars is not, he's like right behind me as well, so we got a little train here of Lola's, and we're not really helping each other out. All right, Lars has quite a bit of space behind him, so on the straight here, I'm going to let Lars by and just find myself some clear road, because this is just not going to go well here. Unless Johnny lets me by, but it doesn't feel like he wants to, so we'll give it a minute. We'll get Lars on by. Got 8 seconds now to Mark behind. We do got Graham here in the Corvette, which might kind of spoil things, to be honest. Might have timed it just wrong with this Corvette. Yeah. I've slid back to second now. All right, hopefully this next lap I can get some clean track here, see if I can fight back for the pole. Tires are still good. We got 17 liters of fuel, so we're doing well right now. A whole bunch of traffic in front though. This is gonna, I don't know if I'll have clear track enough to get a good lap. We'll just have to see. You just kind of have to go and hope it works out at the right spots. But to do a lap faster than I've done, I need perfect track. Not really going to be possible to pass people in a conventional way. Well, I was going to go to the left here. That's kind of my fault, but also I expected them to move over. That is my fault. Alright, this is another bad lap. So I have to try to go through and see if the next one's clear. Jumps out of the way. Whoa, big tank slapper there from the Porsche. All right, we're about halfway through the qualifying session here, and started off great. I got a few clean laps up there with those guys, but then I've just been hit with traffic every lap. Might get around this car here before turn 1. Just his directional. Ooh, I just understeer so much there. All right, Matra in front lets me by. I'm a few tenths off my best, but we'll see what I can do for the rest of the lap here. Is it Jimmy in P1? That's no good. That's impressive as hell that he can put the Ferrari up there. In equal cars, Jimmy is much faster than me. I have no shame in admitting that, but maybe it'll be an equal fight today with the car advantage I've got here. Yeah, this lap's not going to be better because it's just the first part. I was actually quicker through the second part of the lap so far, but I lost a lot of time in that first few corners. Corvette in front. It's all right. That actually was fine. I messed up the first corner though. Cut track there. All right, this lap's no good. All right, we got 15 minutes left. Plenty of time. Real slick there. If you didn't have cut tracks around here in an online race, it would be ridiculous how many people would just absolutely obliterate the corners there. So I welcome them, even though it's frustrating. You would just straight line all that, which is no fun. I'll get around Sal. I have decent clean track in front here, so I gotta use it here. Not to abuse the rears too much here. I just want to set myself up nicely for this next lap. All right, this has got to be it. A lot of sideways there. What am I doing? I don't know how I saved that, but it's very slow. Come on. All right, these two in front. This might just work out. Shouldn't be that much faster through all this. I'm just gonna get held up. I mean, they're not doing anything wrong. It's just where I caught them. I was a 10th up, but right on the line. I don't know how much farther ahead Jimmy actually is than me. Yeah, lost quite a bit there in the final corner. All right. It's understeering so much. All right, I'm gonna reset. Running out of fuel anyway. Got 11 minutes to go. Let's just take a quick breath here. Oop. T10s. Yeah, I cannot believe he did a 147.4 in the Ferrari. That's so impressive. Really impressive. All right. We're not going to wait around long. We don't got much time here. Let's try to go out, get these tires up to temperature. I just reduced a little bit of fuel. Ultimately, it's just qualifying, but you want every little bit you can get. Jimmy's going to be very quick, and I'm very interested what kind of strategy that Ferrari can do. I'm going to guess it has to pit like the rest of us, but if it's a lot better on its tires, maybe they'll have more options for what they do with the pits. So we'll see. Yeah, just 10 minutes to go, though. Should have enough time to do at least a couple more laps. It's all going to depend on traffic and then, of course, the driver. Whoa. Tires are still coming up. It is a little bit bragging rights, you're right. Darren makes an exceedingly good point. Do I really want Jimmy behind me? There's something I hadn't considered yet. This might actually work out perfectly then. All right, we got an interesting couple of cars in front. Oh, a car crashing in the wall up there. Barth. Oh, I gave it a big whack. It's all right. I wonder if I overheated the tires. I felt like I wasn't getting the rotation that I should have before. Just do a few nice laps here, dodge all the traffic and chaos. Had to really sacrifice the exit there. Nice exit there onto the backstretch. It feels so slow. I saw somebody in the chat say, you know, use first gear, but I promise you that it's better to stay in second because I don't have to waste the time with the shift. Maybe if I was using a sequential, it'd be quicker, but not with the heel toe and clutch and everything. My best lap, I really rocked it through this final corner, so let's see if I can do the same. Just gonna miss out on my best time. Come on. Just Just a little longer on the shift there to reduce the understeer. It's Jake Witcher in front. He'll be on a good lap too, so I can't expect him to just pull out of my way. It's tough, man. Not only do you got to do a good lap, but you got to do it on the lap that you have a clean track, which is very rare. Somehow I picked up like 4/10 in the middle. I know the speed is there. I should be able to do this, but it's all going to come down to whether or not I can make it happen here. All right, we're coming up to the final 5 minutes. I'm in second. This is just for qualifying. Putting a lot of effort into it, though. Nice and smooth. A lot of dust up here. Just hope it's clear. Oh, come on. That was so barely a cut. All right. Just back it down. I can't believe that counted as a cut. I guess it really is if you get a wheel at all on the inside of that curb. Got a big hole here on the track, so I'm going to, yeah, we got a Alpha in front. 15 seconds up, though. Want to let my tires kind of chill out for a second here. All right. It's now or never. I've had the opportunities to do it in this qualifying. Little kiss, it's fine. All right, on it. Run it deep here, but you might be able to straight line the exit. I had to correct. It's going to be a couple tenths there. Almost 2 tenths up right now, but going to be a lot. Three tenths, and a decent exit onto the straight. All right, it's all going to be this final corner. Just big breaths. That was decent. Wasn't my best, but it was decent. Whoa, it's my best lap by far. 147.3. That's the most I ever want to try in qualifying. I would like to never do that again. We'll see. I mean, if somebody else gets it from behind me, they definitely earned that. $147.3. What a lap. It felt so slow through the corner before the straight there, the little chicane, turn 8, I think. So slow feeling. That was not a perfect lap either. I think I could have strung something even better together, but well, you put a rabbit in front and you got to get him. All right. That was fun. Let's see here. 147th. I'm sorry it's so small. Let's see what we can do here. There it is. 147.3 to Jimmy's 147.4. I still say that is by far the most impressive thing I've seen in a long time. Driving the Ferrari that quick. There's no doubt who's more talented here, but we'll see if I can put up a fight in my little bit better car. Say a little bit of a handicap for him. How about that? All right, now we just have to do 200 miles. It felt like that was the whole thing, but gotta do 200 miles of this now. All right, I think we get a quick break here, so I might take advantage of that before everything kicks off. And make sure that we're all ready for the big race. I just want to see how long this gap is before I jump out of here. But great laps by Johnny Law and Lars as well. I mean, we got 4 cars in the 47s, which is it's definitely not easy. It feels very slow, these cars around here, doing laps like that. All right, I should have a quick break here. I'm gonna jump away for just a second, and then we'll be back 200 miles at Riverside. We'll see how it goes. Whoa, all right. Race time. I would love to usually just sit out most of qualifying, but when you put the carrot in front of you like that, I had to give it a college try, right? All right. So I talked about this earlier, but strategy for this race, it's a 1.3 times fuel burn. So everybody should, at least in the top class, we should all have to pit. So the plan is, I try to time it out. It takes forever to take fuel in the pit stop. They can change the 4 tires in the amount of time it takes to take like 20 liters of fuel. You imagine they're just pouring it in with like a siphon or something. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of fuel I need to take as much as possible. So I'm going to start the race with full fuel and try to just fill it with about 20 or so liters when we want to pit. I should be able to take tires and do that. So once the tires start wearing out, we'll jump in the pits. Try to at least make it to halfway so that I know the second half of the race my tires will at least be as good as the first half. And we'll see what happens. I have no idea for the other cars, like how they will do. Like for the Ferrari with Jimmy, I don't know how that will do on fuel and everything. But yeah, we'll have to see. Should be a good race. I'm really excited to do this race. I love this track and I love these cars, and so it's a perfect combination in my mind. I had a lot of fun with this one last year, and so I think this one will be equally as fun. But I have a feeling it's going to be the story of the top 4 here with myself, Jimmy, Johnny, and Lars, probably based on the pace. And I think my car is going to be pretty slow off the line just with all the fuel in it. So we'll have to see how everybody else's is, and if I can at least stick with them, unless they're doing the same strategy as me, I think that'll bode really well for myself. But we'll see. Appreciate everybody joining today. It's a really nice crowd in here. Very nice. I didn't actually look at it yet. Yeah, welcome. If you've never been here before, welcome. I like sim racing. I like cars. I'm using the CSLDD base. Yeah, I do need to pay attention more to my tire wear during the race too. I can't be sliding like we were in qualifying there and expect to get away with it. All right, so we're just waiting for the countdown, and then this race is a rolling start. So we're going to do a pace lap where I got to maintain 160 kilometers per hour, 100 miles an hour, as much as I can, and go around the whole lap. And then once I pass the start line, then we can start racing. Don't spoil the ARCA race for me. I'm going to watch it later. But yeah, this is a great motorsports weekend. We got all the Daytona stuff, but also the Swedish Rally is on, and it's been very good. Really enjoying it. It's Jimmy running different shaders. He should be right behind me, so like for the rolling start, he's going to be the car behind me, and I expect him to do the race car driver thing and try to pass at any opportunity, and we'll see. We'll see. I'll try to keep him behind me, but we'll see what the pace is like. We're driving a Lola T70 here. All right, lights are lit, but it's not a standing start, so we'll see if everybody read the rules. I stalled the car. It's fine. All right, I got to go 160 kph. It's actually I've never tried to do this, so it's kind of weird. I feel like this will be quite quick for some of the cars. Alright, we got a full tank of fuel though, and we should, when we stop, hopefully be past halfway. And we'll want to take, yeah, 26 liters. That should be good, but we'll double check when we're there, and then take new tires. Well, all right, this is gonna be fun. We got Jimmy right in the mirror. He's in the number 9 red and blue Ferrari. I hope I'm doing this correctly. Right 3 long. I've been doing so much rally. I haven't done a lot of circuit racing lately, so it's nice to be back in the circuits. But yes, I've been very, very into rally lately. All right, it said we gotta wait till the line to go, so I'm gonna wait till the line to go. We'll see if Jimmy honors that. We're right near, it's kind of an awkward speed for my car because we're not far off needing 3rd gear. All right, we've used a little bit of fuel on this pace lap, just keep that in mind. 61 lap race to do 200 miles here, Riverside, classic world sports cars, driving the Lola T70, and we'll see what I can do here. Starting on the pole, Jimmy's right there. Away we go. Run away, nice and smooth here. Oh, he's gonna actually try to get on the inside there. All right, I need to be careful. That Ferrari is gonna have a lot of mid-corner speed. It's a bit lighter, I think, in general, and I've got a full tank of fuel, 140 liters of fuel. I don't know what he's running. No fuel save necessary. We're going to be pitting no matter what, so we're just in it. Nice and easy. Worst thing I could do right now is throw it off the track, so I'm just keep it on the black stuff. We should have a little bit of top speed on him, but I don't know. He was so quick in qualifying. He's actually gaining on me a bit in the slipstream, maybe. No! That was very surprising that he was able to jump ahead on the straight. All right, we'll lead the first lap at least. Lars is not far behind Jimmy there. Car off in the dirt there, just reset. Not to run quite as wide here, although I still do. A lot of momentum in the car with the fuel. That Ferrari, I mean, on equal fuel, that Ferrari is going to be a lot more nimble. I was surprised, though, that he had the straight line speed. I would have thought the Lola had that. Maybe we just got initial acceleration? I don't know. I don't know why this Lola is faster than that Ferrari in general. Slightly ahead of him this time compared to last lap. See if he catches me by the kink. It's only going to be a few laps till we start catching slower traffic as well, and that's when things get extra spicy. Indy snake. My least favorite Indy related thing. All right, 48.5s. If I'm doing 48s, I feel like that's a pretty good pace with full fuel. Try not to slide those rears too much. The gauge at the bottom of the screen shows the percentage of grip that the tires have. So it's going to stay at 100% for a while because the tires have 100% grip. But as soon as it starts falling, it's going to fall in the rears first, and it's going to fall very fast. And once it starts getting around 70, things become pretty sketchy, and hopefully we'll be on a lot lighter fuel by then. So far, so good, though. Jimmy made a run at it the first lap. Traffic is going to be one of the big deciding factors here. 2/10 up on him this lap compared to last. So hard to spot this apex. Quite a lot through that final corner. Really wide there. Trying to straighten up the exit. He slid a little bit too. Tense stuff early laps. Almost goes down to an idle there, but it is faster to keep it in second, I promise you. All right, he held the gap with me that lap. I'm just looking at our relative whenever we get onto the straight here. It's 1.2 past couple laps. Already on lap 5. I guess the first one was a pace lap, so lap 4, 61. A little bit of a lockup there coming in. Not leave me alone though. Imagine we'll start hitting cars any lap now. We're not hitting them, we're getting to them. Hopefully. A lot of GT cars in this race. There they are, other side of the loop. Won't be long, maybe next lap. So slick. All right, I've got a lot more fuel than him. I don't know how quick, if the Ferrari feels quicker maybe, I don't know. Gained a 10th on me there. It's all right. Yeah, I don't see Johnny Lawless anymore, so Lars is in third, just 3.8 back. It's not far at all. And then Page behind him. Lost a lot there. Come on. He's just quick. I mean, I'm doing like my best laps and he's still quicker, so. There they are. She's going to be up first. Yeah, the last corner does, it narrows up at the exit, but I love everything about this track. So we got one car off ahead. They're going to rejoin. Run a bit deep here, but we'll straight line the exit. Jimmy did the same thing behind me. He'll be using me as a braking marker. Getting a little flash of the lights just to make sure they all know cars are going to start coming. I'm sure they're well aware. But first time through is always, you know, they've been focused forward the whole race, and now suddenly they've got cars to watch out for behind them. Well, we got a car. One of the Jags is up on the inside there, right to the wall. 911's going to let me by, I guess. Kind of. Bit of space there. Just kissed the dirt. Jimmy caught me a little. I gained on him a little bit, and then he caught me. Get the inside of the Corvette here. Corvette being very nice to us there. All right, Jimmy is as close as he's been in a while. Ferrari's out in the wall. Here comes Jimmy. He's a lot quicker in the middle of the apex. It's tough. Well, I understeer a lot there. He's going to go for the outside. Try to narrow up his turn as much as I can. He backs off. That's probably for the best. There's not a lot of room out there. Trying to make sure this doesn't turn into a Sim Racing Stewards episode here. It's right on me. He's being very kind as well. this Ferrari's gonna, I was hoping to keep it nice and tidy there, but the GT Ferrari there is up the inside. It's just gonna make it a bit awkward, but nothing wrong. Nobody did anything wrong there. Just how it is. It's gonna be closer than ever now. Catching up to this Shelby in front. What do we do? It's just awkward because I know that Shelby's going to run to the wall there. Jag runs wide, get the inside. Really having to concentrate here. Jimmy's not going to let me just have a nice drive today. It's just it's gonna be a race the whole time, which is what I want ultimately. He tried to wear me out in qualifying, but I said no. Yeah, only a short 51 laps to go, so. All right, we got Jake Witcher in front in the Shelby. Very late dive here, but I don't know what else to do. To apologize to Jake later. He stayed on. We all stayed on the road, so I guess that's the most important part. Oversteer there, got it. Somehow that's my best lap. All right. It would not take much to spin me out. I'm so on the edge of grip there. That slightest tap would send me around. Oh, we both got in the dirt there a little bit, but he takes a surge. All right, he's going to have the outside line. This is kind of a weird spot because there's several lines through this corner. I mean, that's one of the great things about vintage cars is they don't have a lot of downforce, especially through slow stuff, so you can kind of make it up as you go and actually choose different lines, and they can all roughly work out. All right, I was really bad through the whole infield that time, but stuck in front of him. We're going to have to pass these GT cars. He's going to go ultra low. That surge of speed is unreal. Ooh, a big bonk. That's on me. Happy we didn't end up sideways there. All right, try to get back around him now. I almost got caught out on the braking there. That surge of speed he has on the straight is nuts. Oh, these two. Be nice, be nice. Sorry, Jack. Very, very assertive. I'm surprised we didn't die there. I did see the Shelby that we were passing get up in the wall. Ah, and I overcooked it. Dang. I almost did that last lap, which is what started that whole thing. It's alright, not the end of the world. We're not even a quarter of the way into this thing yet. I don't want to lose him now. This would be an easy point for him to build a lead and then be able to control the race, and I want to be right back on him. Oh, Kringle. I won't read it. Thank you, though. See if I can get a slipstream at all. Did he hit the Mustang? Okay. I was hoping we didn't like collide and then bounce him into the Mustangs, but I don't know. We'll watch it back or something after the stream, after the race. I can't believe he's faster. I thought for sure this car was faster in a straight line and that's why it was faster overall, but I don't understand the pace difference between these two cars. With Jimmy driving it, I guess. He's very good. I think sometimes people don't realize how talented he is. He doesn't do this very much. Then he jumps in and it's like, he's great. Much better through there. We got to do it like that. Use the curbs to bounce the car around. It's 2.2 back right now. Mostly clean through this lap. Just coming to 100 liters. A lot of fuel. But I guess we burnt roughly 40 liters to do a quarter of the race, which is right on track to what I think we need for fuel, so it's good to check in once in a while, especially with myself. I just have to hope he's on much lighter fuel than me or something and it can work out in the stops. runs out wide. Very, very nice of them. Did not have to give me that corner, but they did. So we didn't lose any time on Jimmy. He might have actually lost a bit there. But you guys are spying. So he's 25 liters less than me. Oh, he runs wide. I did the same thing a couple laps ago. Come on. Now's the time. Let's get bad the tires don't get dirty. That corner is the hardest corner in these cars on this track. So easy to do that. The braking zone there is so complicated because of the road camber as well as pitch change that the elevation of it, just if you brake a foot later or a half a meter later, it can totally change the whole trajectory of the corner. Oh, thank you for the donation. That's very kind. Sledzik, I appreciate that. Alright, hopefully the Porsche stays left. We'll go right. Brake slightly early just to make sure we don't slide up into these guys. I don't know what line they take. Try to get below the Brumos Porsche there. C. Gordon behind me. Just did one of his rallies the other day. Big cut there. Don't want to abuse that. You don't get the same track limit warning as you do in qualifying, so you can get kind of abusive to it, but I'd rather not. All right, Nate Lupson. Hold on to her. Ferrari teammates, kinda. Everybody say hi to Nate. It's my teammate from Le Mans a few weeks ago. Nate helped basically organize this, so it's always big thanks to him for putting stuff like this on. We are right on Jimmy. He's just got that straight line speed, and I'm so shocked by that. All right, we got quite the crew here in front of us. Got on her just a little too quickly there. Dang, made a huge mess out of that. It's 910 Porsches, probably as quick as we are through these corners on a good lap, so. I could have maybe even made something out of that if I really messed up the corner onto the straight there. Just got it slightly too early. Maybe a Barth. That was weird, but I made it work. Oh, Jimmy's real wide there. It's just gonna scoop the line though and get a great exit here. Luckily, this straight isn't so long, but it's still long enough. Yeah, you just need to have all your braking done before the crest, even though that is kind of too early for the shape of the corner. But because the track falls away there, you just get no braking done as soon as the track dips. So it just makes it weird. It makes it feel like you're always braking too early. Oh, we got a sideways car. Jimmy runs a bit wide. To avoid him, maybe? He was pretty far off the line, though. Sneak in front of Jimmy again. All right. They could probably just distracted him there. I don't think that car was on the surface, though. He's still right behind me, though. Race is very much on. tires are just starting to wear out a bit, but it's gonna go away fast. I did do a 30 lap run the other night, or 40 lap run the other night, and or 30 laps, and they were pretty beat up by the end of it. So we're definitely gonna want new shoes halfway through this thing. I've hopefully been a little kinder to them this race so far. I haven't slid too much yet. It's those big drifts that'll get you. Car runs wide in front. So easy to do. Chevron here. Little entry slide there to get her started, and then add a little throttle to do the rest, and then try to figure out the exit every time it feels different. Oh, Odd Stock, thank you so much for the donation. It's very kind. Seems like we got one DNF because we went down from 40 to 41 cars as I run a bit deep there. Got a Matra in front. Jimmy's right there. One little mistake and he's instantly on my bumper again. Big slide there just to keep it up the inside of the Matra. Gonna be right on me this time. Try to maximize my exit here. It's only 0.6 off though. I'm expecting that big surge of speed. It's not even worth blocking it. I don't know how I gets it. Although he's a little further back. Okay, here it comes though. But I'm gonna get him before the apex. Really chuck it up the inside. Just try to lock the diff a little bit with the shift down to second, see if we can get her to slide slightly. That was close. It's all right. He either gave that to me or I just cleared him. And we got Tim in front. Shelby. Try to get him here before the second one. It's gonna be so fast. Sorry, Tim. I feel bad about that. Thing is, they really slow down on the entry, and then he'll actually gain on the exit. I had to run him with Jake Witcher, who's also driving a Shelby 350 through there. And the exact same thing where I got him on the entry, but then they accelerate so quickly and kind of differently than we do that he actually ran into the back of me. Tim held it off, but I feel bad about that. I will owe many forgive me cards after this one. Oh, thank you, Kringle, again. All right, we got some cars running in the dust here. Just keep it tidy. Wide behind. It's Jimmy Jimmy's going to have a great run here, but he's just going to miss out on it. I wonder if he has to lift for the kink. I'll keep it a little lower this time so he doesn't try to stick his nose in there. Awkward there. Jimmy backed out of it. Man, what an intense race so far. We're just a third of the way. Oh, God. With the qualifying and practice and everything tacked on the front of this, it's kind of an epically long amount of driving, but so far so good. It's been back and forth a bit, but I'm in the lead and really interested to see strategies play out for the second half of this. I think that's going to decide it. Unfortunately, as fun as the head-to-head driving is, I think depending on how we pit, when we pit, how much fuel we take, that might end up deciding it. I'm very confident about my strategy. I think it's the right one. But we'll see. First time I don't have him right on my tail here. Best lap of the race so far, 48.3. That's all the fuel. I'm only going to take 20 liters or so at the stop, so we'll never have to drive on full fuel again. So get that a bit wrong. It's all right. Even right now, we would only fill it back up just over 100. So ideally, I'll go as far as I can, but as soon as it feels like the tires aren't being productive anymore and we're past halfway, I'm going to dip into the pits. We don't have to worry about yellow flags or anything like that. I think that Ferrari is such a rocket ship because of the driver in it. Like, not saying that just to be nice to Jimmy. He's just very quick. I think in an equal car, this wouldn't be quite as interesting as it is today. He's going to have a bit of a run here. Waits on it. Kind of a busy final corner. Didn't really get to open that up like I'd want because of the traffic. I don't think Jimmy got to either. That could open me up to a pass here coming into the first corner, or the first right-hander here, but I don't think it's close enough this time. Oh, a bit hot. Done that before. Come on. Worst line. Slip up the inside of the gentleman's Ferrari. That little T33 there. Gets you on the exits of the corners. He's going to be quick through the corner, but it's the straights. It's got not a lot of grunt. Perfect car for the Targa Florio, the one in front. Basically built for that. Or the Nürburgring. He's not letting me by though. It just doesn't have a lot of oomph, but it gets through the corners exceedingly well. Kind of let off there just to figure that out. Suboptimal for everybody involved. I really liked that Drew put the directional on, though. That was very helpful, so that I knew he was going to turn in. Right. I keep pushing this first corner way too far. That was much better. We're not so far away from halfway, but it feels like just being so competitive this race, it's just a lot. It's going to be a very tiring race if we're like this for the majority of the rest of it, but I do think the pit stop's going to kind of spice it up a little, split it up maybe. On 76% of that left rear. Best lap of the race though, 47.9. The fuel's starting to come out, so it's going to get quicker even though the tires are worn. All I can do is my best laps. That's it. Don't do that. Starting to get lively from the tail. Oh boy. Got some racing GT cars in front. Jimmy sticks it in, kind of half blocked him. Gonna have a great run on me here. Here he goes. Clean pass too. He has to dip out of it there. Slide job. He's going to be really annoyed with that, but he can't really do anything if I slide in front of him, so that's how we do it in North America, son. I don't know what this persona is. This isn't me. Good clean racing. A lot of fun. I'm having the time of my life right now. This is what I always hope for when I do an online race. It's just some real tight competition, and I feel like we've got that today. Is this the Barth there is just doing everything he can to collect it. I'm sure it's a handful through there in that car. tiny little tires. It's not rotating quite as much as it would. He's going to have a much, much better run this time. Can't see him. This is where triple screens might help. I know Jimmy doesn't use triples either, though, so I guess we're on equal footing. Dang. It's all right. Staying behind him here. A late shift up to third there. All right, clean pass from him. Just trying to hound him now. Ooh, big slide from Jimmy. It's hard to follow somebody this close. See the track. He parks it on the apex. All right. I've been doing the same thing. Slide out there. Whoa. I didn't even mean to spin there, but that's definitely my fault. Just wasn't expecting him to go quite as wide as he did, but I shouldn't have hit him. It's all right. He ended up back in front of me. Little bonk. All right. All's fair now, though. He got back ahead. Coming up, we're not far from halfway. Dang, I'm bummed I did that, but it happens, I guess. At least these aren't real cars. Rattle this cage a little bit. That was a little more than rattle. Yeah, I'm not going to pit immediately at halfway. I'm going to see what he does for a little while, but if I feel like I'm losing pace, then I'll pit, because if I can stick with him, I'll just have better tires at the end of the race the longer I stay out. So it doesn't really make sense for me to pit before him unless I feel like I'm losing time because of my tires. Yeah, he ran a bit deeper there than I think he wanted to, but I just ran into the back of him. I mean, it's my fault. But I'm happy both of us are still going, no worse off. We can continue our race. seconds behind him. Oh, he's a bit wide there. This corner, it's deceptively hard. Long right-hander. Kind of going for an apex that you can't see until much further into the turn. That was beautiful through the S's there. Oh, big lockup from him here. Wonder how his tires are doing. Cannot believe how many of you guys are in here. Thanks for watching. I hope it's fun to watch. I'm sure a lot of you have him and I on, so I hope that's fun. I'm excited to go watch his stream back later. But welcome if you haven't been here before. Ooh. That's not what you want to see. It's like a Days of Thunder moment. It's, oh, Jimmy in the Porsche here. A little bit of side-to-side fender ridge as the Porsche dips for the pits. At least on my screen they touched, but looks like they both got out of it all right. We are in the land of Rubbins racing, so I guess there's a little bit of that to be expected. Top of the hill here. Keep seeing lockup smoke from him. You never know if it's just the game being weird or if he's actually locking up his tires that much. All right. We're gonna do one more lap and then we're halfway. Like I said, I'm not going to pit until I feel like I'm losing time. We got a 9-second lead on Lars behind. I'm 2 seconds off of Jimmy. Suppose I could pit and see if my tire advantage would help me catch and pass him. But I might stay out a couple of laps because we're basically looking at what I've got now for the end of the race. If we went, I don't know. Let me think about it. I'm also just going to be on less fuel for the rest of the race, which means my tires won't wear as much anyway, which might actually be a better call. The time for saving the rears is gone. We went past that. I don't know, maybe I'll pit because I'll have new rubber, and if he stays out for a few laps, maybe that'll help me. It might hurt me on the other side. It's such a tough decision as to when to pit. I thought about it as well, like if I know the next lap I'm going to be in tons of traffic, it could be a good time to pit. But it's spreading out nicely now. There's some packs, but it's not like it was the first time through. My crew have a special set of tires for me. Be very conservative here, get up the inside of the Jag. Jimmy and Nate. The two Ferraris not being such teammates now. Thank you, Nate. I'm going to do one more just to get well past halfway. Now, the question is how much fuel do I need? The $1 billion question. Nate didn't help me out there at all either. Nate's a no-nonsense driver. I like that about him. Does not give you spots. I'll put 30 liters in. I think 30 is going to be more than enough. $20 is how many I can do while taking tires and it really not costing any time. But I know I need at least like 22, 23. He's on ultra low fuel. All right, I think I'm gonna do it this time. A lot of cars here. I don't have chat commands. I'm not a professional. I just do this for fun. Look at this. Ain't this good? One of them runs off, but this is what it's all about, baby. All right. Taking tires, taking 30 liters of fuel. We'll see. Try to do a nice pit entry here. Use my tires here. It's the last lap. I'll need them. All right, come in. Whoa. Man, what an intense race so far. This is one of the most fun races I've ever done. Though it's a long time. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, cold tires, not a lot of grip. Yes, even vintage tires took a minute. Should be fine by the next lap. Should be nice and easy here, though. He might pit now to cover me, but it's going to be about how long that pit stop takes him. Mine was pretty quick. I did not have to take much fuel. We've got 83 liters. Which I hope to God is enough to make it the rest of the way. I'm in P4 now, yep. But 99% sure the cars in front of me all have to pit. Whoa, wow, 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 wow. Tires, man. Come on. Didn't lose that much time to do that because I got the exit, but doing better, like good laps right now. Now that I've got brand new tires with a lot less fuel than I had. See a bunch of cars in the pits. There's gonna be cars coming and going out of the pits for the rest of the race. Well, I just took P3 back. Got the red Mark IV coming out of the pits here. Down to second that time. This Mark IV is not a comfortable drive for a track like this. It's quite a workout to get it around this track. great looking car, but it's built to do one thing, and that's go real fast in a straight line. Just get the Brumos Porsche here for the kink. Pretty narrow entry. Almost missed my downshift there for some reason. All right, don't let fatigue set in now. I have been driving for a long time with practice and then qualifying, which was very intense. So even though it's just a 200-mile race, it's more like a 350. Sitting in third. I took my pit stop. No, I'm in second now, actually. Took second back. So we know Jimmy's in front of me. I think he's yet to pit. He should have to pit. I'm good to go to the end. Got 27, 28 laps to go. Really, really fun race so far. It's what it's all about. Feels like a climax at some point of a lot of good things. Great mods, great communities. It's a ton of fun, this stuff. Get around Sal there. We got Frenick in front in fifth. He's doing really well with the X1. TBR grabs a lot of dirt there. It's going to be a tough one. A lot of traffic. Thought I was going to be able to sneak it up there. Kind of scare the crap out of him, I'm sure. Oh, the Jag hits the wall. There's Nick behind me. Sorry about that. Real hot coming over the hill here. We got it. Just got to get all your braking done before the crest. That's the rule there. I've already messed it up once this race, but it'll cost you a ton of time getting stuck in the dirt there. Come on. .911. Just sneak up the inside here. Nice and tidy. Let's get the Corvette here before the kink. The noise. Oh, Witcher gave it to me. It's very nice of him. I just figured he would take the line there. Not doing great laps right now, just like the traffic and everything. I'm calmer than Jimmy. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's kind of the default, but I think we operate at different frequencies, him and I. But we both have a good time, so. I'm worried I'm losing a lot of time right now. He's staying out there. He's gonna have pretty good tires here at the end. But I don't know how much fuel he's gonna have to take on. I mean, I need 70 liters to finish from here, so I don't know how much he'll need. Yes, from one Jake to another. Whoa, we got a car in the wall hard up here. I think he got out of it. Whoa, there's Frantic in the wall as well. Get around him. You can get stuck up there because there's like a little seam. Oh, Tugs, thank you. Welcome. There's a little seam right against the wall, so if you get your wheels up there, it actually kind of gets stuck. I feel like I've really beat up Tim this race. I'm gonna owe him something after. Yeah, we're waiting for Jimmy to pit, and I'm just trying to do as good laps as I can. I feel like I'm just dodging traffic, though. It's hard to put a good lap in. Fast there. Oh, no, come on. Finally did it. We've avoided this sand trap for the whole race so far until now. It's all right. First sand adventure. Oh, Jeremy, thank you so much. Jimmy and I need to be teammates. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, to be honest. We race with a lot of the same people a lot, but I don't do a lot of team racing yet, but I'm getting into it. And if Jimmy ever is around to do a historic race or something, maybe we will. Who knows? Come on, I gotta focus in here. I'm losing it a little bit. That was a terrible lap. 51, man. Not be doing stuff like that. I don't do real life racing, so I think we're a few steps away from something like that. Alright, this is a decent lap finally, but I had a couple real bad ones in the middle there. We're coming up to lap 40. It's just about 1/3 of the race left to go. It's been a little more sedate here since the pit stop, since we're not nose to tail anymore. I'm just worried Jimmy's been putting in those stellar laps and I'm falling behind, but you really won't know till he comes out of the pits. The Dino in front jumps down the pit lane as well. Shallow on the turn in there. first sector there. Much tidier through here. I can't believe I ran wide. It's those things that cost so much time. I think I lost 4 seconds with that one little error. So get a real big tank slapper there. Come on. Chase her out onto the straight. Don't want to slide it too much like that. It is fast actually to do that for this car, but it's going to burn the tires off. The 48.3. Whoa, I'm in first. All right, Jimmy Pitt. He must have. Well, I see him back there. He's still in the pits. All right, focus forward. We'll see what the gap's like. I don't actually have a leaderboard up, so I won't know ultimately how far behind he is, but it's like 15 seconds or so. It's a long ways. I think the strategy has paid off so far. I got 60 liters of fuel left, which should be able to get me to the end. 20 laps. Should be more than enough. Yeah, I think the fuel just takes so long to put in these cars because it's like a garden hose, or it's gravity fed. So anytime you can cut out of the fuel. So starting with full fuel, it was real rough for that first stint being so heavy, but I think you can see the benefit of it. Yeah, we're gonna go into nice and steady. I don't need to set a world record here, but I need to not make any mistakes. And I should be able to stay in front of him on pace, even if he gains a little bit every lap. He would have to gain a lot every lap. Near on a second at this point. So if I can do 48s comfortably, I think that'll be enough. It's going to be traffic. It's going to be one of the big things too, but it should be a little thinner now. I think we're down a couple cars. Just got to stay focused. 16.7 as we come across the line. We'll keep an eye on it. Sneak up the inside of Nate. Yeah, I mean, if I'm him, I'm just going all out. And I think he likes that, so there I can see him there on the other side of the S for a second. Really late dive here, but just get him, kind of sacrifice the Porsche's line there. Can't see Jimmy right now because of the traffic, so we'll have to just see once he gets through that traffic what the gap is. It was 16.7 though before, around this part of the track, before the traffic. Porsche Drift. That's a fun car to drive. I mean, I would recommend it as a fun car to drive. Any car is a fun car to drive around this track. It's my favorite place to go test cars and just do laps. We're under 20 to go. You can see Jimmy, same part on the track. It's the old-fashioned way to keep track of the gaps. Just if you can see the other car on the track, you just check every lap. Is he still there? Line there because of the traffic, and they're just to get out of it. All right, here's Tim again. Try not to scare him this time. I'm sure I'm not scaring him, but I am messing up his race. I think he's not racing this car. I don't think I hit Drew there. He ran off the track. I should have about, I think I'm going to end up with about 5-6 liters extra fuel. A lot of understeer right now. More than normal. Did Jimmy start the race on full fuel? 'Cause that's what I did. I started it on full fuel, so I would only have to put in a little as the little Ferrari there spins. The Bart's going to go to the inside there. I'll take the long way around. Should be able to do it. My God, I've never had this many people on a live stream. So hello out there. I hope it's been fun to watch. It's first half of the race was so intense, and strategy-wise and the way the fuel worked out and stuff, it's got me a nice little lead here, but it's been a lot of fun to drive this. Just trying to do nice smooth laps now to take it to the end. With the dust being kicked up in front, got too wide these cars. I'll lose a lot of time here. There's not a lot I can do about this. I mean, nobody's doing anything wrong here. It's just an awkward situation. So I almost hit the Jag. Thought he was going to give me the inside, but take the outside as well. Sorry, William. I'm sure we scared the hell out of him, or it's Mark, actually. Alpha in front's got his blinker on. Oh, I don't see Jimmy there anymore. To the left. So he's either caught me a lot, which could be because of all this traffic, or maybe lost me. I don't know. All right, we'll sneak underneath the Alpha there. Alessandro is in 12th place. That's really good. He might be leading that class. Not sure. Lost my sense of humor. I don't know if I've got a great one. Not compared to Jimmy. 152 is such a bad lap. Understeer is immense. Just starting to wear out that left rear. Very wide there. Come on. I think this is a case actually of the driver wearing out a little bit. It's over 1,000 people. Man, never thought I'd see 1,000 people in here. Kind of wild. We're going to start lap 48 coming up. Oh, a lot of smoke in front here. I think the TVR went for a bit of a spin there. Just collected it up. Pretty wide down the front stretch for the crowd. Just squeak it in. These two Shelbys, they're racing for position, these two, so you don't want to get between that. Oh, Jake has a big slide on the exit there in front of me. Well held. Oh, thank you, Bobby. That's super nice. I know, I can't believe. I'm many folks are here as the Porsche in front gets it all sideways. Oh, we're going to be door to door there. That almost caught me out. A little distracted. We all make it through, though. Yeah, I'm sure Jimmy's pushing. I don't know how far back he is on me. He's, we just keep having lap traffic between us on the relative, so I'm not seeing him. Liters of fuel left. Crossing my fingers that's enough. It really should be. But if you haven't been here before, oh, it's the Chevron in front's got a few bobbles there. Almost did the same thing I did with Jimmy earlier. If you've never been here before, I've had a few races in the past where I have run out of fuel on the last lap, so trying not to do that today. Thank you, Zug Zug. A lot of new members today, which is cool. I don't stream as much as some of these other guys do, so I appreciate everyone tuning in today. I just do this for fun. Oh, David. Thank you. Great race. So far, so good. I got to close it out, though. Long ways to go yet. This is the hardest part of it, I think. Car starts misbehaving. I'm tired. Been driving forever. Oh, he's 11 seconds. Oh, he's closed in a lot. He's probably being... I'm not as aggressive through traffic. I just never am. So I got to maybe change that. Yeah, he is closer. Dang. All right. Try to just do some good laps. Still have quite a gap. There's still a big gap, but a big gap can become a small gap pretty quickly. What's the point of streaming if you're not going to talk to the chat? But yeah, I'll focus on the driving part. That was decent. All right, this will be an okay lap. I got to get back into at least the 48s. 47's almost my best lap of the race. Oh, the Barth in front cuts the road there. It's able to get it woed down though. right kind of abruptly just to let them know that that's where I'm going. All right, best lap of the race. Can't do much better than that. Just try to keep on it. Got some traffic here for this lap. Sure. I'm sorry, Nate. That's Nate Cowan there. Well, that's very nice for Nicholas to get out of the way here. Come on. You can see Jimmy there. I think I gained a little bit on him. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. It might just be, I have a slightly wider monitor than what you guys see. At least how I have it set up today. So I can just see him off my left as I pass up that hill. Yeah, put the oil slick out. That's what all these buttons are for. It's my weapons. I got the spike strips, the oil slick, the net. I do feel like the Lola T70 is somewhat the inspiration of the Speed Racer mobile. It's very on brand. I guess it's of the era. Right, that was a slow lap, but I had to pass a few cars there. Right back on it. That's the thing, if like he catches, that's multi-class racing, nothing wrong with it, but if he catches them at a spot where he doesn't have to slow down and I get stuck behind a corner, I mean, that's so much time, potentially. It's 10 seconds off. Under 10 seconds behind. We got less than 10 laps to go. He's gonna have to do like a second a lap, but I wouldn't put it past him. My best lap of the race, I think. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, I think it was. Just didn't flash up. 47.6, though, is decent. Bunch of cars in front here. It's going to be entertaining till the end, I'm sure. Just having to keep going through the traffic quite aggressively at this point because Jimmy's I know he's going to be aggressive through it. Get around Tim. I feel like I've passed him about 400 times in this race. I don't know why. Right up to the Barth there. Door to door with Pasta. Pasta's the one who's painted basically every one of these cars that you're seeing. Maybe not every single one, but most of them. Pasta has done thousands and thousands of vintage skins for every car you could imagine for Assetto Corsa. Car in the wall ahead. It's going to spin off to the inside. Days of Thunder moment. Huge delta force. A little bit compromised here through the first turn. It's all right. Weird noise. It's like a rev limit tire spin or something. See him in the relative right now, so just keep doing my laps. Am I close on fuel? I haven't been paying attention because I'm just trying to do good laps. Oh God, just what I need to run out of fuel. How could I run out? I put so much extra fuel in. I don't need much. I only need 0.1 when I cross the line at the end. Big mess of cars here, just kind of have to wait for it. These two, Nate Lupson just hanging the rear end of that 275 out. Rev there a bit. Here goes the this is what the GT40 Mark IV is good at. Look at it go. Look at it go. But look at it stop. He had to get on the binders very early there. I'll go around the outside. Whoa, we're actually side by side there. That's uncomfortable. Come on. Oh, that was weird. Much rather have him stayed on the racing line and then broke, but made it work. What a day. I don't see him behind me right now. I could just see him there. Yeah, I would not like to drive the Mark IV around here. It's a beautiful car, but it's made to go in a straight line. So what do we got? Coming to the line for 4 to go, 5 to go. Definitely feeling it now. If you're just tuning in, I'm sure most of you coming from Jimmy's stream, but if you're just tuning in, we did full practice and qualifying before this. So I've been driving for quite a while at this point. This race has been really intense. The first half, Jimmy and I were nose to tail, going back and forth, and it was so much fun. And then through the pit stops, I full fueled my car to the start of the race so I could take as little fuel as possible at my stop. So we've got a lot of cars here. Oh no! I don't know. It's probably my fault, I have no idea. Split them up the middle with the Corvette, understeered a lot there, and as it would do. Hope nobody's race is ruined, but it seemed like a pretty big crash behind me. Steve's good on the brakes there in that old TBR. He's going to slide through the whole corner. Oh, tank slapper there. Hold on to her, Steve. Yeah, going 3 wide there wasn't ideal, but I don't know. The Corvette probably understeered because that's what Corvettes do. And I mean, I'm not saying it's their fault. It's just what the cars do. But never like to see multi-car crashes, especially when it feels like maybe I caused part of it. All right, we'll focus on the end of the race here. Not long to go now. Jimmy's 10 seconds off, so I can take it pretty easy here. As long as I don't make a big mistake, should be good. 4 more laps. It's my favorite course. I said it at the start of the stream. I love this track, and for racing old sports cars, I think there's no place better than Riverside. There's a link to this track as well as the cars and everything in the description of the stream too. So if you have Assetto Corsa and somehow have never tried them, I highly recommend it. And then there's also a link for SROL, which is the league that puts these types of races on. And it's not exactly open entry, but if you enter some events by the league and you're driving consistently and things, they'll allow you to sign up for races like this. And they're always a really, really good amount of fun. So, oh, there goes Saul going to the inside. Thank you, Saul. Chase the rear there a little bit. Into turn 9, Saul's gonna wheel that 350 GT through there. Not long to go now. I'm feeling it. I've been sick this week, so I was not 100% sure I'd do this today, and I'm so happy I did, though. That left rear is getting pretty worn, but we won't need it much longer. 3 laps to go. Nick in front of me here. I thought he was giving me the right side for a second. Oh no. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel like I'm causing so many accidents here. I mean, we didn't make contact at all, but I was kind of going up the inside and he spun out. I get a bad reputation here. Yeah, I think everybody's pretty tired for sure, but it's not an endurance race per se, but there's an endurance aspect to it, especially when qualifying and everything is directly before it. Oh, these two, careful there. 2 laps to go. It's pure survival now. Yeah, it's a lot of driving. It's got a bit of meat to it. Oh, we're gonna have plenty of fuel. What are you all worried about? Yeah, left rear is fine. They can go well below 50%. Of grip. It just gets very slidey. It won't blow. It's got to get very low to blow. If you were here for Bridgehampton, you'll know. I ran the whole race on one set of tires there in the GT40, and it did not like them. All right, come around. Let's get the white flag this time. White flag, one more lap. Negotiate Samuel here, or Samuel, however they pronounce their name. All right. Nice and steady through here. Tricky, tricky corner. I only ran off once, and I also hit Jimmy once, so all's fair when racing around Riverside. Come onto the straight. Just a couple more corners to go. What a race. Fuel light just came on. You can see it on the bottom right there. Winning the Riverside 200. It was a good race. It was a good race. Really amazing opening stint racing Jimmy like that. I had so much fun. I don't think I've had this much fun in a long time. I said it at the very start of the stream. This is the quickest car out of this set, and they do the assignment somewhat randomly, so it was not an even comparison with Jimmy today. But the speed he has in that Ferrari is unreal. What a quick drive. If we were in the same car, I think it would have been a much different looking race, but there he is. Really fun race. I hope he had as much fun as I had. I know it never feels good to not win, but man, look how there's so many people in here. What the heck? I've never had this many people in a stream before. So welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. I do this thing very sporadically. I do a lot of rally racing. I make random videos just for fun. I don't do this professionally. And once in a while I get the pleasure of racing in something like this with a lot of really great drivers. I hope everybody else that raced today had fun too. It was not an easy race, and I'm gonna get rear-ended there. Jeez. It's not an easy race, and I'm sure everybody's very tired like I am. But what a good one. I want to watch a couple of the highlights here, so if you want to stick around for a couple minutes, I'm going to try to get the replay, and I want to watch a few of the passes and some of the battle early on. It was really, really good. Really good. We'll go around and get to the pits. You always got to go to the pits after the race, right? What a fun race. This is such a good track, and racing these cars around it, any of the cars. I did the race here last year driving the Shelby Daytona. Much different driving experience, and it's equally as fun. It's just very different, but this track just complements these types of cars so well. And yeah, it's just I don't know, nothing more I can say than fun. See if we can do a drift here through the long right-hander. Oh, I didn't even get the pleasure to do it. It reset me. All right, let's see if I can get the. See if I can get all this stuff going. What a race! What a race. We'll see if I can get the replay up here, and we'll watch a couple bits of it. We're not going to watch the whole replay, obviously. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. It was just a really good battle. I'm bummed that I bumped into him. I want to watch that and see what it looked like. But those things happen. I'm not too devastated. Oh no, is this? I don't have the full race. Dang. Streamer fail. I don't have the full race, unfortunately. I'm sure somebody will have it, but it'll take a little while to. It'll take a little while to get. We'll just watch the last couple of laps, I guess, from the outside. I think I probably have a cam tool for this too. Make it look nice. No, I don't. I used to. I wish I could watch the battle between us. I guess I'll have to find somebody will probably post the replay at some point, and I'll have to watch it. YouTube does, you're right. You had to be here. It's like really racing in the old days. You had to watch it when it was live. Yeah, I probably just need to up the length of the replays. I just never do that. The shoes I have are just regular old Puma somethings. They're cheap. Really fun to race this car today, though. I wish I could watch back some of the battle with Jimmy, but it is what it is. Watch your highlights. I won't be making the highlights, but maybe Jimmy would. I don't know. Let's see if I don't know if he's in his chat. I can see if I can get him. Nah, he's not in there. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. I know a lot of folks jumped over from his stream to check mine out too, which is cool. But it's still neat to have so many people in here. Really great looking car too. Through here. I think this will start the last lap. Nope, 2 to go. Yeah, he ended his stream. I hope you had fun. I really do. Oh, he has all 3? Yeah, it's gonna take a while to like send him around though, so been streaming for quite a while. Well, it's a really fun race. Great group of folks to race with. I know it sometimes looks like a little bit of chaos here and there, even for myself, but these cars are really hard to drive, especially for a long time. So it's always a pleasure to do it, but it's really difficult. It's not easy. Full Targa. I have done a full Targa Florio. If you want to go back last summer, we did one. So. Check that out if you'd like. I've done lots of different races before, if you haven't been here. We have a while, Edward, to pick cars for SRM next year, so I'm not in a rush to pick. But I don't know. I'm between a few different cars right now, but I'm just doing some fun rallies to decide what I'm going to pick. Watch the last lap here. The setup for this, I showed the setup early on in the stream. Nice slide there by me. Was this the, yeah, I think this was the finish. I showed the setup early in the stream, but basically I use almost the default setup just with full stiff rear bar and full soft front bar. But otherwise, it was mostly the default. I hope you all enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun to race these guys. A lot of fun to race Jimmy and battle with him. I hope he had as much fun as I did. I'll have to check in, but I'll be back soon with something. I don't exactly know what I'll be doing next. Been doing a lot of rally lately, so maybe more of that. I have no idea. Or I've got a couple video ideas too. But yeah, I'll be back soon. I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. A lot of racing on this weekend. Watch the Swedish Rally if you haven't. It's very good so far. One more day to go in that. And we got NASCAR and stuff, of course. But anyways, have a good rest of your weekend. I will see everybody next time. And who knows? I think this was as good as it gets today. So we'll keep trying to do some fun stuff. But yeah. Have a good one. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.